so I just got done filming a video for my YouTube channel and I thought, hey, I have this set up for filming. I'm gonna show you guys what I do. So I'm just shooting this with my phone and my house is a mess, but whatever. So you'll see I have my window here and good light comes through this window. In fact, right now this is pretty harsh light coming through. You can see that the harsh light is like shining on the wall over there. That's not necessarily a good thing. It's best if you can set up in front of a window where there isn't harsh light coming through. But because I set up behind the harsh light over here, this is where I'm sitting over in this area, that light actually bounces off the wall and up into my face. And that helps me look a little bit more glowy and glorious. So you're thinking about the light that's hitting you. So that's why you want to set up in front of a window, because you're going to get really good natural light that way. Then you're thinking about the height of your camera and making sure that it's a flattering angle. So I got this, this is called a bendy pod, I think. It's a tripod that is completely flexible. Like you can bend it to be any shape you want it to be. You can wrap it around things even, which is handy when you're traveling. The Sony A5100 is kind of an expensive camera. I would say it's probably more than what you might need just for filming book videos. But if you search selfie cameras or vlogging cameras, then you're going to find ones that typically have that pop-up screen or a pop-out screen. And then, so then you're going to want to think about your background. So for me, I like to shoot with my bookshelves in the background because they're quick and easy to tidy up and have behind me. Obviously, I haven't perfectly tidied them up today, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's totally fine. So yeah, having them behind me is a really nice way to continue to show off our books and reinforce that I am a book lady. So yeah, let me step back and I'll show you. You can kind of see like from the window to where I sit. I usually prop my little camera up on an Usborne box and then I sit where the black box is right now. That would be where my stack of books usually is, and then the bookshelf. So that's what my actual physical setup looks like usually, you guys. And I will try to tell you more about that in the rest of the video. Okay, so a few things you're going to want to think about is just eliminating distractions. So you want to make sure that your background isn't too distracting. I think bookshelves are nice because you are a book lady, so it's reinforcing the book concept. And so that's a nice thing to put in the background. Other things that you could put in the background would just be like a bare wall, a couch. You could be shooting like with your, like sitting on the floor with the couch behind you even. But you just want it to be as simple as possible. You don't want it to be very overwhelming in the background. Then you're going to want, like I mentioned in the video I shot with my phone, you're going to want to make sure that you're sitting in front of a window. So you can see that the light is on my face and it makes my face look more glowy and like just better than normal. When I grab like a book, the light is also going to be really good on the book and it's going to bring out all those details too. So, you know, when you're opening a book and you're talking about it, you've got good light on you. So set up in front of a window. That's honestly my biggest tip for the actual physical filming of a video. The next thing is to be prepared to edit. That way, if you are talking and you say the wrong word, you can pause for a second, say the right word, continue talking, and then you just edit out the wrong word and the little pause before you said the right word. Does that make sense? It makes it easier to cut out like your little flub there. If you pause for a second and then say the right thing and keep going, it's a lot easier to edit out the part where you screwed up. So that's what I like about filming this way. I don't like to stop and start again and again and again. I like to just get it done and then upload it to my computer and then edit. And just my editing is so basic. Like I'm just cutting out the parts where I screwed up, which you'll see, like when you're watching my videos, you'll see it's kind of like chop, chop, chop. Like you can see that I screwed up a lot and I just cut those parts out and it makes it look more professional in the long run. I use a program that is actually just on my computer. It's called iMovie. And it's just it comes with all Apple computers to edit movies. If you don't have that program, I think that there are other free programs that probably came with your computer. If you don't have one, then just Google free video editing program and read the reviews and make sure you're not downloading something that is gonna screw up your computer. I don't know what is out there. Like I don't know what to tell you to download. I just know what I use and that it's very, very easy to figure out. Almost everything that I've learned to do in my videos, I've learned on YouTube. So I'm like, oh, I want to add music. How do you add music to YouTube videos? I just look it up on YouTube and it pulls up all these videos. And I'll type in like on iMovie, so that it pulls up videos that show me on iMovie, which is the software that I'm using, how to add music or whatever. So like that may seem super basic, but just like anything that I have learned to do, I've searched it first and looked up how to do it on YouTube. It's hard to like put that all together and show you guys how exactly to do the editing, because every software program is going to be different and every camera to computer is going to be different. And so you're going to need to YouTube, my recommendation anyway is to YouTube exactly how to do it with your setup. I think that those are really my biggest tips to eliminate distractions in the background, make sure you have good lighting in front of you, and to be prepared and willing to edit. It's okay to make mistakes. Oh, and the last thing, you guys, like making videos, you feel so awkward. Like the first dozen or even several dozen times, you're gonna feel like such a doofus recording these videos. But I promise you that the more you do it, the more natural it will be to talk to the camera. And when I talk to the camera, like I feel like I'm talking to a friend. I don't feel uncomfortable anymore, but I used to be really, really weird about it. And like now I don't really look at the viewfinder to see what I look like anymore. I make sure I'm in focus and then I don't need to look at it anymore. I'm looking into the actual lens of the camera as though it were a set of eyes of a friend that I'm looking into as I'm talking to them. And that helps you really connect with the people that are watching the video, because your eyes are like actually looking at their eyes, because that's what they're watching on the other side, is what you were looking at in the actual lens itself. So I think that helps you to connect with the viewer. As far as like actual book videos goes, I would recommend that you keep your book videos short. So under 5 minutes, absolutely. Closer to 3 minutes if you can. People just don't pay attention longer than that, and you're going to overwhelm them. So what we want to do is we want to introduce them to as much as we can in a short amount of time. So a good way to do that is to feature series. So if I show a That's Not My Book, I just showed them about 40 different books in our catalog by showing them one book. And if I show them one See Inside book, I just showed them about, you know, however many there are, like 20 or more See Inside books that are in our catalog, just by showing them one. And then encouraging them to use the search function on the site to look up the kids' interests and see what we have as far as the actual kind of book. So you don't have to feel overwhelmed like, oh, but I want to show See Inside this and See Inside that and See Inside that. No, pick one and show it to them and tell them there are so many more, blah, blah, blah. And then they will know to search for that type of book if that's what they wanted. And then infuse your videos with personality and personal experience. If you feel like you're a boring person, like I'm a boring person and people like my videos, and so I feel like the reason that people like them is because you're sharing personal experiences. So when I talk about my kids and their interactions with the books, it's building camaraderie with the people that are viewing the video. They're like, oh, well, if her kids like that book, then maybe my kids might like that book. And it just kind of helps them think about like their kids, not about the book that they're about to spend money on. And it just shifts their focus to the kids and the kids' needs, which is really where the focus needs to be, is what does their kid need at this time and what do we have that can fill that need. By looking straight into the lens and connecting with them, you're really helping build that relationship too. I encourage you guys to continue to use my videos. There's nothing wrong with that, but pop in your own video here and there, because it's going to help your guests feel connected to you. That means they trust you and they want to buy from you, and you will see your sales increase as you do this. So even if all it is an introduction video at the very beginning saying, hi, I'm so-and-so, this is what I do, I'm super excited, I'll see you guys at the party, and it's like a 30-second video, that's totally fine. You're giving them a connection to you. And I just think that that is such a valuable thing that you can offer to your customer, is a connection with you as a person that's providing a service of helping them find the best books for their kids. The last thing I wanted to mention was shooting a still photo of yourself that you can use as a thumbnail for your video, so your thumbnails are not weird. I did not do this for a long time just because I didn't care, and I still honestly don't really care what my thumbnails look like, but it does help give a more professional appearance. So a good thing to do is when you're done recording your video, stop, take a picture, be cute, have something cute of yourself that you can then pop in. You can use something free like PicMonkey, or Canva. If you have Photoshop, use it, but you can pop in words if you want to. You can edit it down to be the right size so that it will fit as a YouTube thumbnail, and then that gives your video just a finished, polished appearance. I hope that this helps. I hope it gives you guys something to think about like the physical setup, and then some things to think about the actual shooting. If you have more questions, ask them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.